Welcome to Lobhado channel. Today Lobhado will tell another story, an incident at the Bleak Hotel, an old building from the 1890s in the town of Massaud overlooking the Toxic Sea. Lobhado lived on the third floor. On one side was the room of Leo Comet, a man also in his 60s, and on the other side was Rose Gardner, a woman in her 70s. At the end of the hall lived Halibut, who was also in his 60s. Halibut was a joyful man, a joyful traveler. They gave him that nickname, Halibut, when he lived in a cannery town on the northwest coast of the Pacific. They gave him the nickname Halibut because his favorite food was halibut. He ate halibut for lunch every day. The Bleak Hotel was actually quite a friendly, sometimes joyful place, a place of refuge for people who had spent time wandering across the plains of radiation. One day, when Lobhado had just come up the stairs and he was about to go down the hall to his room, Halibut was having a fit. The phone rang, he picked it up, and he was so angry, he grabbed the phone and went over to the sink and squirted water from the rubber hose attached to the faucet. He squirted it into the speaker part of the phone and then smashed it against the wall. That satiated his fury, so then he grabbed his toolbox and spent the evening taking apart the phone, drying it out, and reattaching wires. He managed to get it working again. He kept getting phone calls. Sometimes there would be a long silence, and then click, the person would hang up. Or other times it was a scam called, somebody wanting to push something on to him. Often Halibut didn't know what was going on with the phone. People phoning up to ask personal questions. Where did you go? What were you doing? Why were you doing this? And so on. And it pushed him over the edge. The phone came to represent the devil, evil, harassment. He only kept the phone in case he needed to make a call. Otherwise, he kept it unplugged a lot of the time. And sometimes when it rang, he would explode into a rage if he didn't recognize the voice on the other end of the line.
Sudden cardiac arrest. Cardiac arrest. Cardiac arrest. Cardiac arrest. Cardiac arrest. Cardiac arrest. Cardiac arrest.
One morning, maybe around 5 o'clock in the morning, there was a ruckus in the hallway, and everybody stuck their heads out. Leo Comet, Lobhado. The police arrived, paramedics. To make a long story short, cardiac arrest. A death certificate, cause of death, sudden cardiac arrest. A van came, they did a removal, took him to the morgue. He was disposed of. About 20 people from the Bleak Hotel showed up for Halibut's funeral ceremony of placing his ashes and scattering them in a little special garden they had on the premise of the funeral home. And the preacher said it's important to have empathy and understanding, to avoid the temptation to get on your moral high horse and clobber the person, telling them that they made bad life choices. It's like driving a stake through the person's heart. It doesn't make the world a better place. It benefits nobody. So the best thing is just to acknowledge the dignity of a human being, of life, even if the person... Appreciation of life. Awareness of death. Don't waste time. Live every day as if it could be your last. Halibut lived in a cannery town. He ate a lot of halibut, so that's how he got the nickname Halibut.
Halibut lived in a cannery town.
In the Pacific
Northwest of you.
He ate a lot of halibut. so that's how he got the nickname Halibut. Halibut lived in a cannery town in the Pacific Northwest as he was growing up.
The phone. The phone. The phone. The phone. The phone. The phone. My vision is the way of a man pro black bullet
Press.
if bullshit. My vision is the a man